Welcome back to Amos Ahoh's stories. They say that only legends know the trick of turning problems into opportunities, but sometimes you just need a little nudge in the right direction. Today, join us as we dive into a tale of two frogs and discover some valuable lessons about friendship and determination. Once upon a time, somewhere in a pond, there lived two frogs who were best friends. They were like brothers. One frog was fat and the other one was skinny, but they got along pretty well. These two frogs always looked for trouble and adventure. One day they were hopping around the countryside when suddenly they saw a farmer leave a bucket in front of a stable. The bucket was big and tall, and the frogs were too small to see what was inside. Out of curiosity, they went over to take a look. Now, because the bucket was too tall, neither of the frogs could see inside of it. So they did the only thing they could think of, jump inside. But as soon as they landed, they realized that the bucket was filled with fresh milk. The frogs were overjoyed. You could say they were over the moon with happiness. The fat frog said, My, what a stroke of good fortune. This is a most generous gift from the farmer." But then they realized that they couldn't get out. The sides of the bucket were too slippery for them to climb up, and so they were stuck. The frogs tried their best to get out. They swam and they kicked, but after an hour or so they were exhausted and still couldn't get out. At first they were scared, and then they started to get angry, blaming each other for getting them into this mess. But as time passed, the anger faded away and they were left feeling hopeless. After a while, the fat frog said to his thin friend, "Frog brother, there's no use paddling anymore. We are just going to drown. We will die. It is inevitable. So we might as well give up. There is no point. No one will come and save us, nor will we turn into butterflies and fly away. We are doomed." His skinny friend didn't want to believe it. He thought they would be saved. So he replied, "Hold on, brother, fat frog. Keep paddling. Somebody will get us out eventually. As long as we don't give up, we won't drown." And so the skinny frog kept paddling. As the hours passed, the sun started to set and the sky turned dark. After a while, the fat frog said, "I can't go on any longer. There is no sense in doing it because we are going to drown anyway. What's the use? I have given up already." And the fat frog stopped swimming. He gave up and he drowned in the milk and he died. The skinny frog was devastated that he had lost his best friend since pond days and couldn't hold back his tears. But more determined than ever, he started paddling even faster. Suddenly, after what felt like forever, something amazing happened. The skinny frog noticed that he had turned the milk into butter because he had been paddling for so long. He let out a joyous yell and jumped out of the bucket. He let out a big sigh of relief and jumped back into the woods. He was alive. He had made it. But he was also sad because he lost his best friend. He knew that he hadn't been able to help his fat friend because once his friend had made the decision to give up, he was doomed. You see, we never lose as long as we don't give up. Years later, the skinny frog married a beautiful frog lady and had lots of frog sons. He named them all after his fat frog friend to keep his memory alive. And because he missed him so dearly, every night he will tell his frog children the story of the fat frog who gave up so that they would never give up in life. And friends, this is the story of the fat frog who gave up. Now, I know it might seem a little weird to hear a story about frogs, but stick with me till the end. There's always a lesson waiting for us if we just open our ears and hearts. And this story is one of those. It tells us that life can be tough, but we've got to be tougher. Sometimes things won't go our way, but that's where we show the world what we're made of. Never give up, not even when things look their darkest. Just think of the skinny frog. Even when his buddy gave up, he kept going. And guess what? It paid off big time. He not only saved himself, but probably became a legend in that pond. So remember, no matter what life throws your way, keep your head high and your spirits higher. And hey, if you're feeling motivated and inspired, why not show us some love by hitting that like button? Also, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss out on new stories. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, everyone.